You're gonna put the wood up.
Mommy,
Huh.
can I have a good roll?
Okay. Is this thing on? Does it still work? Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Notifications still go out. I have not been able to get into this for about 6 months now, and I finally was able to get into my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be on here very briefly. I won't be on here long. So, somebody reported me on Facebook, which is why I haven't been posting since I posted that message about Trump. And I stand behind what I posted about Trump. People are in denial. People are in denial. People don't want the actual truth. They'd rather be fed beautiful lies and have things that make them feel good and not actually know the truth about what's going on, which is cool. Just stop following me. Like, don't follow me. Go follow somebody else that's just going to make you feel good and stroke your ego. But long story short, I was doing some reading and I came across this article from the Washington Post about Trump working with a Chinese-based company to help him with his funding with his media group he wants to come up with. So I'm like, China and Trump, no way. Started reading it. I was like, bruh, this, no way, no way. Continuing to read it, then I started reading the files. And this company has just been very weird, not transparent at all, not. Sorry, I'm thirsty. Doesn't want to file its reportings with the government. It literally operates like a shell company. And what made it more just like what the for me was, this is Trump. This is the same guy who said nobody should be working with China because it's dangerous. So to see him working with China, a company in China, let me not say with China, but a company in China, it just didn't sit well with me. So I spoke on it, and people didn't like what I had to say. And unfortunately, there were some very, very, very rude things said. You know, of course, now I work for George Soros. You know, I'm on his payroll. He's paying me. I just want to be famous. I'm saying things that are going to give me attention. I'm not really talking about things that are happening. I didn't exactly read SEC filings. I just made it all up. I'm just like, it's disturbing because people are reacting this way to anybody who talks about Trump, especially those of us who are really, really bothered at the fact that he keeps bringing up this vaccine. And they're like, well, he believes that you should have a say-so. What the bigger picture and what you're not grasping is, the more Trump pushes that this vaccine is good, the more they're going to push for mandates. They're both playing off of each other, if you ask me. It's like controlled opposition. Look, guys, we got to get these people vaccinated. They don't want to get vaccinated. Okay, Trump, keep touting the vaccine. Keep touting it. Keep talking about how great it is. Don't talk about the negative effects of it. Don't talk about the injuries. Don't talk about any of that. Just talk about how good it is. That way, there is absolutely no excuse for these people to resist because their favorite president, their person, the one that they trust the most, is actually is pushing the vaccine at all. I mean both as well. Sorry. How else do you make sense of that? Well, he's just proud of it. What is there to be proud of when it's harming people? How many um, Truth to Set You Free shows have we all done where we talk about the negative aspects of the jab and we talk about how Casey's wife and so many other people are losing their job and you have someone walking around in a very tone deaf manner saying how great the vaccine is and the people that don't want to get it are the ones that are ending up in the hospital anyway. Me personally, it just comes off as it's very disingenuous. And that's kind of cold and callous how he's going about things. It doesn't rub me the right way. You're supposed to be the people's president. You're supposed to speak for we the people. And you're blowing people off. I'm not talking about what's actually going on. And another thing, Candace Owens is taking the fall for that interview. Liberal media has gone after her. Conservatives have stayed quiet. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to call Trump out. All the while, there is internal stuff going on. So where everybody is just like, what the you know? What's true? What's not true? Who's actually on our side? Who isn't on our side? Do you guys understand what I'm saying, or am I just rambling? It's just sad. It's very disturbing to watch people just lose all sense of like self-worth and moral, all behind one guy. One guy. It's like being in a bad relationship with a knucklehead and he keeps doing stuff, repeatedly just doing stuff. And you can tell your girlfriend like, bruh, stop going back to this idiot. Stop. Look, he's doing this, he's doing that. You gotta leave, stop. And people keep going against the grain and wondering why we stuck in situations that we're stuck in. Well, nobody wants to look past party lines. Nobody wants to investigate their own party. You start talking about things that are going on within the Republican Party. Why are you talking about the Republicans? The Democrats are doing this. It's just like how black folks react to when you want to talk about the actual problems that are going on in the black community. And they deflect and they say, well, white people do it too. It's the exact same thing. Okay, guys, Republicans are doing this, and I'm like, this is a real problem. Yeah, well, Democrats do it too. In fact, Democrats are worse than Republicans. So we just need to focus on the Democrats. We can stop tearing your own party down. Like, what happened to accountability? What happened to being responsible for your screw-ups? Like, what happened? What happened to being objective? It's a lost art. What's up, everybody? Tuning in. I know it's late, but I just got stuff on my mind, bro, and I I don't have my main page because they put me back in Facebook jail for calling somebody a bitch, and apparently bitch is like bullying, harassment, hate speech. I'm just like, really? Really? All I know is people are starting to show their true colors and what they actually really believe in. And I'm just going to say it right now. There is a lot of Trump worship. I think people have turned their backs on God and they have no intentions on going back. Trump is their savior. Trump is their savior. That's it. Yes, Jordan. You're welcome. Sorry.
Mommy.
Can I eat? I just woke up. I want to eat something. And then you can do your nail stuff. No. I'm trying to find the heater. It's cold. Here it is. Sorry, y'all. This just brings me back to when Jaden, that's too loud. What are you doing? This brings me back to when everybody was doing their research on candidates and looking at their campaign expenses and looking at the different organizations that were donating to them. And if something seemed off, we all looked into it. If something was off, we all looked into it and they're trying to figure out what these companies were, what they represented, who, what they really had going on. But now, because it's regarding Trump, you can't look into the company. I'm just like, man, I'm just flabbergasted, y'all. Really am. Flabbergasted. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Share your thoughts. I know one person said, I understand what you're saying, but I'm going to wait and see what happens. I guess. I don't understand what waiting and seeing what happens does. Read into it. And this is turkey, not pork. Nobody's typing. What happened with Candace Owens? She did an interview with Trump. And she was asking Trump about, the jabs. And he doesn't believe in mandates. And she pushed further and was trying to get him to comment on the fact that more people died under Biden getting these vaccines that he's pushing. I can't say vaccine. I'm going to have to take this video down. Getting more jabs that he's pushing. More people are dying now than they were before. And she tried to get him to talk about it. And he just completely deflected and said, no, the vaccines work. People just aren't getting them. And I believe in their freedom. They're free, but go get it. It's a really good jab. It's saving lives, and she's taking the fall for it. Nobody's talking about the fact that Trump said these things, and it's not true. I think that's what's bothering me the most. More people are fixated on, and I was too, but it wasn't like, oh, Candace Owens. It was like, girl, I know how you get down in interviews, and when you know the truth, you press it until the person admits it. But I think because of who Trump is, she didn't press the issue, but then she went live and proceeded to defend him again. And she said this, Trump's old, Trump doesn't read the internet. Trump reads mainstream media. After calling it fake news for 4 years, I was just like, why are you defending him? In defending him, it's really affecting her and how people are looking at her. Because now people are like, how much were you paid to do this? Are you an establishment talking head? Or now you're on their side? It's just like, it's surreal. Like, I can't even lie to you, man. It's surreal. Merry Christmas to you, too. I'm just sad watching people put all their faith in a man and still call themselves Christians at the end of the day. Trump pushing this vaccine goes directly against what God believes in. Our body is our temple. And you're not supposed to put things in it that are going to harm you. We have an immune system for these things. Why do we need a jab? Especially something that's not working. And it's completely ineffective against new variants that are coming out. And now they're just telling people, well, if you get it, it's okay because you have super immunity to it just because you got all the jabs and a booster. And it's just like, all right, man. I missed it. We need to watch the interview. Yeah. What's up, the one and only? Yeah, but I'm calling a spade, and people don't like it because you're talking about Trump. Matter. Yeah, but that's it, y'all. I was just on here kind of venting. guess I'm gonna get off here. Have a good one, everyone.